Morning, Brooksy here from Brooksy's Car Restorations. Today we're going to get a little bit done on this, that and other things. It's sort of going to be a mixed video between probably the Territory and the V-Dub. Hopefully this afternoon I can do a video on the Beetle, or if not it'll be tomorrow, because I planned on painting it, although yeah, today's quite miserable, wet. So best weather for doing stuff. Anyways, I just removed the dipstick because the dipstick holder was doing this. So I tried to get a new one of these and I can't. So my next option is to clean all this up and try and somehow stick it back together. So yeah, so it doesn't keep bloody pissing out all over the engine. And now for the other thing on the V-Dub, on the Golf. So we got all the other windows gone. The back window here isn't working currently, but we also knew that the lock wasn't working, the lock mechanism, so we put it down to about earth, and sure enough, in here there should be a pin right there which is snapped off the earth that goes into the door there. So we're going to bypass that and hopefully fix our last window one today. And the old man just turned up and we'll be getting into it very shortly. Alright, here we go. Test time.
So what I've done is I've pulled all the plugs out of the back of the socket here and plugged them all back in except for the earth one, which had the broken pin. So what I've done, I've put a jumper from the body across to where the earth pin should be. So this one should connect to on the plug, and we have movement.
Ka-ching! All windows are fixed.
Hopefully, still not yet. I've still got the carry that goes.
But we've basically proved that pin was the problem, anyways.
Yeah,
yep.
But it's gonna work. So we can fix it from here. Before it was a question mark. Now it's a known. We can fix it from here.
Yep.
We just gotta. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this yet. There's not just the wires, there's also a pressure or a vacuum tube as well that has to be joined. So I was going to drill out the middle of these plugs and solder all these wires together so there'd be no problems with the connections, and just run them through the conduit. Haven't decided what I'm doing yet.
But we have a plan.
We'll have a plan, yeah. Well, we have a solution. We've just got to implement a plan that's going to work.
Sweet, sweet.
Yeah.
So the plastic welded it back together using the soldering iron and a good old zip tie. Oh, wrong zip tie, this is the one I melted. And what I'm thinking is I'll it's pretty rough, I'll do a little bit of a sand up and maybe give it a bit, coat of black paint, and no one's going to know the difference. But yeah, just to show you that it's all sealed up. So yeah, I think hopefully this should do the job. So yeah, just for fun, I think I'm going to use this rubberized paint. It helps also to keep it sealed in case it does decide to crack again or whatever. It feels really strong. Haven't done much plastic welding before, so yeah, see how it goes. Alright, on the first coat, nice thick rubberized paint. Yeah, look, it's not perfect. I'll give it a bit of a sand up, and then I'll do the second coat. Yeah. Hi guys, just doing a little bit of a before video on the detailing or what I'm going to be doing with the Golf. So in the boot, we've got a few sort of stains. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a lot of sort of dog or cat fur, or probably most of it dog fur. And people keep cats in their boots, although they might. Cats in boots, puss in boots, whatever. Yeah, there's also a tray that goes in this thing. It's under a bunch of stuff. But you get the idea. It needs a good clean and detail. It's covered in fur and stuff too. I've got a nice little sticky roller that I've been wanting to play around with that. Just got to get in all the little nooks and crannies. Get it nice and cleaned up. The car itself's really, you know, I mean, it needs a good wash and polish, obviously. When I first got it, it had all these stickers on the back window. I've taken all that off. I'm still determining whether or not I want to mess around with the tint. The roof, it's a bit mouldy looking. The pressure washer will have fun with that. And the side as well. Look, and just give it a good polish up. Now the fun part of this car, I'm taking the sticky tape off the window because the window was stuck down, which we've now fixed. We're getting in all these things, cleaning all the dust in the doors before we put the door cards back on, and giving these door cards a good once over, getting them all clean and shiny. Back seats have got their stains and that, but all the seats are in, you know, considering pretty good condition. I don't know if I told you before, but there's a really nasty yogurt or something stain in the rear floor, which is going to be fun to get out, and it's what causes the car to stink. You know, more stains in the front seats. Front floor's not bad. Passenger side seat and floors really not that bad. The dash is pretty good and clean, no cracks or anything. I think it'll clean up pretty good, just quietly. I think the back passenger floor is different at the moment. It's a little bit dirty too. Yeah, you don't have to get that. Oh, okay, but yeah, all in all, not too bad, not too bad. I've just repaired the oil leak which was coming out of the dipstick holder, which is up there. Just painted it. So the engine will need a good, it's not like terrible, but down lower, which you can't really see. But you know, there's spatters of oil everywhere. We'll just give it a good degrease and give it a good wash down, and you know, clean up the struts a bit, get all that dust and dirt out of it, get all the leaves and stuff out of the cowl, make it all shiny again, just make it look like new. So yeah, brand new starter motor, looks nice and shiny. Yeah, just play around with it, get it looking nice again. All the crap underneath the bonnet as well. So yeah, that's the pre-detail video, just the before and after basically. And I'll drop another video hopefully at the end of this with the end results. At the end of this video also might probably have the end results of the Territory, so it'll be, like I said, 2-in-1 video like I said earlier on. Because I want to get the Territory finished today and up for sale. So I've been stuffing around too much. But yeah, anyways.
What I've done, you've got a plug and a socket. On the back of the socket, all of these individual plugs clip into the back of the socket. I've unplugged them. So what we've done is that this pin, the negative pin, was actually broken off. That comes through there. So what I've done is I've drilled a hole through the plug, and I've drilled the hole through the socket in the same place, So we can, and I've cleaned up all of the terminals. They were all really dirty. I've filed them all up and cleaned them up. So what we can do is
You just break the airline off.
no, it just popped out. So what we can do is plug this back in again, and it all works, and then we'll just poke this right through out the other side, and then we'll just plug it straight into.
Does the airline plug into something on the other side there?
Yeah, the airline does. And then we'll just plug it straight into the plug outside of the socket at the back, and we'll have a good earth connection. So we'll start putting this back together again, and we'll see how it goes.
And we'll be back when the window's back in the car and going up and down, hopefully. Here we go. Oh, I thought you had it connect. Are you ready?
Okay.
Here we go, maiden voyage, maiden voyage.
Okay, it should work.
I was gonna say.
I pressed the wrong way.
Building suspense. It's sliding a bit though. Or is it not plugged in properly?
Huh?
There we go. All 4 windows working again. I spent all up on all these windows $20. That's how good we are. $20. 4 windows are working. Can't be upset about that, especially for a German car. So yeah, back at the Volkswagen, and whoops, that happened. But it's going to be a hell of a lot cleaner, easier to clean this floor now that that bloody seat's removed. So, bit of a job ahead of us. But I got the dash looking real smick, and the steering wheel and all that. So I am not too fazed by all this nonsense. I've done a heck of a lot worse. Anyways, I may not bring out an after video of the Golf today. I'm hoping I'll finish the Territory. I desperately have to finish the Territory. But I'm just going to clean out the interior of the Golf today. Shampoo the carpets and what have you. I'm not going to go overboard with it. I just want to get that clean and smelling nicer. I'll finish detailing it in a later date when I'm getting closer to ready to sell it. Which I am getting close to selling it. Ready to selling it, but closer. And any luck, we'll start on the Beetle, the 75 Super Pug, later this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Hopefully we knock out a fair bit of stuff today. Alright, back on the Golf. So, I've done a thing. I wasn't real happy with the old seats, so I decided to buy some new ones, real cheap ones too. They look pretty cool, I reckon. Pretty cool. Anywho, let's take them for a test drive, see what they're like.
I'm pressing it. Maybe I wasn't doing it hard enough.
Alright, let's test these new seats out.
Yeehaw!
So yeah, about to wrap up the Territory. I've got the old polishing pads out. I'm going to buff out those scratches on the side of the car. If you can see it. There we go. Hopefully. If not, maybe we'll do a repaint or something at some point. But either way, the old girl's going up for sale today. And after I've done the buffing and what have you, I'll take you over the whole car and show you everything we've done on the build, because some of the stuff we did off off the channel, so I'll show you the stuff I'd done prior, because most of the channel stuff was just detail. I'll show you all the rust work I did and everything else, and yeah, put this car up for sale. So yeah, some of the things we fixed in a previous before my YouTube, I never got to post it all, but basically driver's side window. Oops, that's the passenger side. Wasn't going up or down. We cleaned out the engine, rebuilt it. I did an oil change, which you saw, and I did coolant and other oil fluid changes. Let's have a look under here. So there was a hole in the exhaust, which we somewhat plugged. And then up here, where is it? There. We fixed a hole in the sill, or a bunch of holes, should I say. And then on the passenger side, we did the same with that sill. Did the same with this sill. Cut it out and welded it up. Put a new plate in there. We did the front lower ball joint. We did the front lower ball joint. See that black shiny one? We did that. Brand new tyres, both sides. Oh yeah, the back window. Let me see. Back window. So that thing there had fallen down, and so we welded that back in place. Both the bolts had fallen out and disappeared somehow, and so the back window wasn't closing. So we fixed that as well, and we got it registered. So you can see the number plates, and yeah, I'm probably missing out other things. It wasn't a huge build, but you know, you never want huge builds. You want quick ones, quick and easy ones that you can fix up and put out again. Didn't have to spend a lot of money on it. I found a new one of these because it was busted out. Oh, the aircon feels really nice. Yeah, and then we just detailed it and everything, and yeah. Alright, the old buffer. Get the old polishing stuff. Bit of gear. Oops. Yeah, this one's a bit empty. Got the diarrhea, got the runs. Now it may not buff out in the first go over, so you might need to do it a couple of times, but you get the idea. And so then, once you've given it a go over, sort of rub it off. Try to. Already it makes a bit of a difference. I think you can still see some of it in the camera there, but on this angle. It's taking a bit of it off. Looks a little bit less full on. Might need a couple more goes over though. See you back shortly. Alright, now the buffing took a lot of the scratching out of it. Some of the scratches are a little bit too deep, but you must admit that's a heck of a lot better. Heck of a lot better. There's a little scratch there. That's about all that you can. Well, maybe you can see some of the other scratches, but that's one of the main ones you can see. The rest have mostly buffed out. You know, 2 or 3 times over, and eventually it's got new tyres on it. Oh, sorry, the front ones are new, not the back ones. So we cleaned up and detailed the engine bay. Well, most of it. Like I said, in the previous video, the before video, I didn't really need a lot of attention. Now we'll start at the boot. The car itself's really nasty because like every couple of days, I don't know if you can see that, but every couple of days it gets this freaking dust on it. It doesn't. You can wash it 20 times a week, and I have been. And the next day it'll be covered in a thin layer of dust, and it just looks crap. It's this black cars, honestly. Anyways, we'll start with the boot. Get that nasty stain out of the back of it. Cleaned up all the bits and pieces. Fixed the broken carpet. Sort of glued that down a bit. And that stuff over there. And cleaned up all the rest. Cleaned up all the inner parts. It was all red mud in there before, and down in here as well. So that was the detail, which, by mind you, took me a good couple of 2 or 3 days to do. So not pleasant. The back seat, back floor was quite red, full of red mud. Seats come up beautifully, not a tear or rip in them. Low mileage car, but there was lots of mud and stains in them. The other door too. Got the back pockets all nice and clean, both sides. Now the front's interesting. It was the most fun part to do, really. The door's still a little bit shabby, but you know, is what it is. The rest of it come up really nice. Look at that with the drill brush, the territory, and the little pockets, and the seats. Like I said before, the seats weren't too bad. Floors come up pretty nice, and the dash. The dash was really dusty and crappy looking before. It almost looks new. All the center console, everything, almost looks like brand new. Take you over to the driver's side. Again, everything looks nice and shiny. Not dusty and dull and crappy looking anymore. come up pretty nice. I've got this floor mat, beautiful. Look at that with this, with the drill brush. And that part over there too. Yeah, anyways. So that's the end of the territory build basically. What's coming up now, I've still got lots to do on the golf obviously, but what we're going to be doing, hopefully the next video you'll see, I'm definitely working on it this afternoon anyways, will be the beetle. So I'll take some snaps of this and put it up for sale, and yeah, go and start work on the old girl. We're going to start by taking all the bumpers and everything off it, and you know, we'll start from the undercarriage and work our way up basically. So I'm hoping to get it pulled apart and maybe start the undercarriage tonight, we'll see. Definitely get all this stuff off it anyways, hopefully. As long as we don't have any dramas with the bolts and that, and being an old car, of course we're going to. But yeah, to be continued.